And despite calls to reduce the cost of governance, President Bola Tinubu has now surpassed Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan and Buhari to name 47 ministers, setting a new record since the country returned to democracy 24 years ago. Some FCT residents who spoke with Clearview News in Okon said having so many ministers now would likely worsen the high cost of governance. The report.
In his first term, former President Buhari named 36 ministers, while the number increased to 42 during his second term. Former President Goodluck Jonathan in 2011 named 33 nominees to be ministers in his cabinet, including 9 from the Umaru Yar'Adua's administration. In 2007, Yar'Adua named a 39-member cabinet made up of 32 men and 7 women. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo initially named 42 ministers in 1999, but reviewed his cabinet to reduce the number of ministries and ministers to 27 and 40 respectively before he left office in 2007. President Tinubu has now set the record for the highest number of ministers in Nigeria's Fourth Republic from 1999 to date with 47 ministerial appointments, which Nigerians said will likely worsen the high cost of governance.
We should be talking about reducing cost of governance now. So, but having so many ministers will be a kind of creating more portfolios, which will thereby affecting the cost of governance, which we are running away from, looking at the economic situation of the country.
Everybody is finding it difficult and whatever. Is it appointing minister? I recall that each minister, their accommodation is about 3-point-something billion. And we are in this country, we are hungry. I don't know if that is true. Having less minister and using that money to help the masses matters a lot.
Well, you know, in a democracy, you have to compensate the people that work for you. And those are the positions. Even in the first instance, having minister is political office and is political compensation. And that is why sometimes you see some ministers are not competent, some are competent.
But originally, having too many ministries is like having duplicate functions. To me, that's what I think. But like I said, the quest, to settle different interests is what has given room for that. And I think there's no problem because we need proper representation in Nigeria because Nigeria is more divided than ever before. So if the ministries are limited, some people or some regions or some interests will not be represented in the government.
Considering the fact that things are really tough for us economically now as a nation, I think it's very important for the government to kind of trim down the size of our government officials. You understand? We need to have a lean government. We shouldn't use political position, especially that of the ministerial position, to compensate people for contributing to the campaign of the president.
Abuja Street parliamentarians said amid concerns around the high cost of governance, 47 ministerial appointments is nothing but economic waste.
There is negative implication because of the economics. And because all those ministers, you have to set up an office for them. And with money, you set office for them. They have convoy. So it is economic waste.
You understand? Except they are going to, as those ministers are being appointed, they are really going to perform. If it will make a positive difference in the life of Nigerians, why not?
If I can make reference to Buhari when he came in the other time, he stayed almost 6 months without appointing ministers. And from that time till the time he left the office, there's nothing to, say Buhari and the minister has even done that. It's commendable to the country rather than hunger and whatever.
Research indicates that the total salary and allowances for each minister amount to 11.85 million naira annually, and the furniture allowance stands at 6.08 million naira that will be paid once in 4 years. Okon reporting for Clearview News.